Hello everyone, my name is Amake or Aman as you guys know me, and I'm here to give my impressions on Warframe in 2018. So a few years ago, when I saw Warframe as a free-to-play game on my PlayStation, I went ahead and I downloaded it and I jumped into it. But then after a while, because I was really heavy into playing The Division, I set it aside and I never really paid attention. But just recently, I've gone back and I've picked up the game and I've actually started playing. Now, before I go into how I actually feel about Warframe, I want to give a shout out to two people who commented on my video, Radian and Basement Minions. They actually told me what settings I needed to tweak in the current Warframe game to be able to reduce my motion sickness, and I made those changes, and behold, I have no motion sickness when I play. So shout out to you guys and thank you very much. And so the impressions that I want to share are just some of the things that, a lot of people probably already know, but this is my perspective, having played the game, in this 2018 season, and when I played it before. So when I played it before, it was on PlayStation, sensitivity wasn't that high. I spent about 2.5 hours playing it, and I actually did enjoy it, but like I said, The Division took a lot of my time, and so here I am pointing out some of the things that I've actually seen in this game, and I'm just gonna go ahead and tell you I'm actually impressed by it. So what are the things I'm impressed by? First of all, I'm impressed by the graphics. The game is actually designed to run very smoothly on low-end PCs and even high-end PCs, so that scaling is actually done very well and optimized really well for good and smooth gameplay. I've played the game with the GTX 1070. Yes, last night I played it with my computer that has a R9 380, which is kind of a low-end GPU, mid-range, whatever you want to categorize it at, but still, it played very well. I'm really surprised as to how this game is so fluid. Depending on the computer setup that you use, you can play it on almost a potato at this point, because I also looked at the PC requirements and I was like, are you kidding me? And so they've done a good job to be able to include a wide variety of players in the game on PC. Now, I've played it on PlayStation before, so obviously it plays very well. It looked really good, the way they've actually done their lighting effects and all those stuff. I'm not your guy that will talk a lot about graphics anyways, but from what I see, it's pleasing to the eye. So let's just leave it at that. Now, another thing is the gameplay smoothness. I sat down with a friend of mine just today, on whatever date I'm recording this. Actually, yesterday, it's midnight right now, and he and I were talking about, certain PC titles, and I was trying to talk to him about, say, hey, you need to pick up Warframe so that we can run together. And Basement Minions, I promise, buddy, I'm gonna add you because you really saved my life, so we're gonna have to run Warframe together. And so I was trying to kind of bring him into the whole thing and say, you want to try out Warframe? But he's like, well, I don't know if I'll have the time. But he said something to me which was crazy, because he's actually played some of it. He said, dude, the smoothness of that gameplay, in my opinion, is one of the best that I've actually seen. And I think he's on point. I mean, this is a personal opinion of his, and it's also a personal opinion that I also share. Warframe is fluid as heck. That game, I mean, literally, if you take a hot knife to butter, Warframe is probably going to do better in the way it's so smooth in the gameplay. I mean, you're sliding, jumping, parkouring over objects and all that stuff, and your Tenno feels really light. I mean, and that's, in my opinion, I think that fits the lore that some kind of space creature of some kind of fantasy world is able to move at such speeds and move with such, flexibility and all of that stuff. And I think that actually adds to the smoothness of the gameplay. So I like it. That's pretty much my impression of it. I'm not here to do anything really crazy or lead you astray, just to tell you exactly what I think about it, especially as a Division player. I really like the smoothness of the game. Another thing is the motion. The fluidness of the game is one thing, but then the motion of they call them Tennos, that's your character, is actually another awesome aspect of the game. I mean, you can jump and slide and twist in the air, and those were the things that actually I thought were giving me the motion sickness, but apparently it was the other settings, and I actually do like that. I think that's one of the things that makes this game stand out to me, because of the movement of the Tenno, and I think this is a good addition to the game. So I'm new to this. I'm new to Warframe. If you ask me right now how many hours I've played of Warframe, I'll probably say about 6 hours. And so I'm making this video just to share from my perspective what I feel, and I'm also making this video from myself, because I want to come back and listen to this video probably after I've sunk in a few more hours into the game and actually gotten, you know, more knowledgeable. And, you know, another thing that I would say is there really isn't a lot to teach you what to do. I mean, the game really does put you in a position to try to figure out a lot of things by yourself. And somebody like me at this stage in my, you know, in my life, I probably will not watch a lot of the guide videos unless you guys in the Warframe community say watch it, then I'll watch it. But I remember on the chat, I just, you know, I typed something. I said, can anybody help me with this? And somebody said, take a deep breath. And then they said, type hashtag recruit or something, hashtag something, kind of to put me in a channel where I could actually get help from people in the game. But to be honest, I typed it, and then, you know, people were just talking, and I was reading a few comments here and there, people chatting, and there were a lot of people asking questions. So that tells me another thing. A lot of people are coming into the game. I mean, the amount of questions that people are asking, like, so what's this? How do you do this? How do you do that? I was really surprised to see those things, and that says a lot. When people are asking questions in a game, it really means that a lot of them are new. So this game is adding players or bringing players back by the day. And so I started to kind of run, you know, a few missions. I only had time to run 2 missions because it was late. And so from those missions, I actually did learn, okay, so our job is to accomplish the tasks that are given in front of us. The interface is new too, but it does look a lot like Destiny, but it's not Destiny. I don't know much about Destiny. I've only played a little bit of it, but I think I'm going to be playing Warframe, especially now to pass the time between when the Division 2 comes out and, you know, the free time as well. And so that's what it is. Now, another thing, and I'm sorry that this video is going to take longer, but I need to take my time here because, like I said, I'm not trying to lead anybody astray, and I'm making this video just for, not just for the community, but for myself. The time to kill, in my opinion, is perfect for enjoyability. Now, the game feels of a casual nature in that sense. Now, if you're hardcore, you go for the immersion. The immersion in a game like Warframe is what they call challenge-based immersion. Now, there are challenge-based immersions in video games. There are imaginative-based immersions that that developers actually put in a game. Digital Extremes has actually gone with the challenge-based immersion of a game like this, and that's what it needs. So a game like this does have the challenge attached to it. So hardcore gamers will probably respond to a game like this by maxing out and leveling up and gaining all the achievements that they can actually get their hands on. Whereas the casual gamer can also enjoy the game because the NPCs are actually easier to kill if you have any kind of gaming knowledge or gaming aptitude. So that was really enjoyable to actually run around and get these missions done and be able to take out NPCs and actually feel strong. Now, not feel invincible, but actually feel strong. And so the time to kill is actually very refined and very well done. Coming from the Division, this is a big deal. Now, yes, I like the bullet spongy NPCs, but at the same time, I love to be able to melt them. And so this game actually has put the balance between TTK, and so now I actually have a better understanding why Massive is making the time to kill shorter in the Division 2, because that's actually very attractive for a new player coming into the game. So I'm the guy who said in my other Division video saying, hey, I like bullet sponges, but here I am in a Warframe video saying, you know what, I actually like the fact that I can actually take down the NPCs very early. So I guess that my perspective is really new to this, and I'm actually enjoying myself. And so that's pretty much, you know, what I think about TTK. And then finally, I may eventually embrace the lore of Warframe. You know, yes, the Warframe lore to me was kind of different, especially liking my thing with the Division is I like the human aspects to it. Even though it's an RPG and some things are just like absurd, that somebody can take more than, you know, 20 bullets from an SMG or whatever, is crazy. I like that human element to the story, to the lore. But Warframe has taken it to a space, you know, world. They made a new universe for this, and at first that didn't sound attractive to me because when I first saw Destiny, I just thought, I don't think this is attractive to me as well. I judged Destiny from the side of Halo because I didn't really play Halo. I played soccer growing up. I played FIFA and Pro Evolution, and so Halo to me was like, what is this? And so I came through that perspective, and so what I'm seeing here is I may actually embrace the lore of this game, even though, you know, it's set in a place where, you know, it's not really like the Division, or it doesn't have those human aspects. Your Tenno has some kind of, you know, human aspect to it. You know, it listens to somebody who speaks in English to it. So there are the parts that kind of make it, you know, much more, you know, digestible. And I think I'm actually going to embrace this. So hopefully I'll be playing a little bit more of Warframe. I'm going to be leveling up my character. I'm going to be trying to get rewards and stuff. My boy saw me playing it and he actually likes the animations. I know it's not for little kids, but once in a while kids, you know, they'll get a glance of something. I was actually watching some gameplay and he said, hey, I want one of that, which means I'll probably buy, you know, some Warframe Tenno figures here in a bit, you know, just to, you know, get him all like, you know, hyped up and stuff, because he's really interested in some of the stuff that I do, and you know, that's pretty cool. So those are my impressions of Warframe from a 5-hour perspective, and hopefully I'll be able to make another video talking about what I think about the game after playing a few more hours of it. And so I'm pretty excited about this. I think this is a great thing that Digital Extremes is doing, and I think this is good actually for the gaming industry, for a gaming company to actually show its willingness to commit itself to its community and create a good product. So that's all for now. Let me know in the comments what I need to know about Warframe. Let me know in the comments what I don't know about Warframe, and also what you guys think, because if you're a Division player, I would encourage you, pick this free game up. It is free, and you know, let's just start playing it and let's see what happens. You never know. You really don't know what's gonna happen at the end of this whole journey. So thanks once again for your time and your audience. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. It really helps the channel. Like the video if you did like it, click the like button, and I guess I'll see you in my next video. Peace.